Welcome to Pacific Kiln. Established in 1978, it's been their goal to bring to the investment casting industry the finest technologically advanced dewax, burnout, and preheat furnaces possible. Over the years, the demands of the investment casting foundry have continually increased, and Pacific Kiln has not only responded to those demands, but has also played a key role in shaping the way today's foundries operate. With an open mind and innovative spirit, Pacific Kiln has solved many foundry problems related to environmental issues, fuel efficiency, mold quality, repeatability, and documentation. And now with the new quality standards of ISO and the emerging technology of rapid prototyping, Pacific Kiln can offer new products and concepts to meet these challenges. Within this presentation, you'll see a complete array of furnaces designed exclusively for the task of processing the investment casting mold. Pacific Kiln offers the investment casting foundry the opportunity to dewax, burn out, and preheat their shells in a variety of safe, efficient systems designed specifically to the individual foundry's requirements. The Pacific Kiln furnace system is based around the downdraft design concept. The main burners are mounted near the ceiling and fire into the load chamber above the molds. The direct fire dissipates as it's pulled downward and in a circular motion back to the exhaust flue in the same wall. Only the hot gases are circulated around the molds, evenly heating them within plus or minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Within this system, none of the molds are subject to direct flame strike. The heat exhausts into the chimney, which is also the afterburner chamber. Any unburned hydrocarbon smoke passes through the highly oxygenated flame bath of the afterburner and continues to burn as it travels up the chimney. The system is engineered to guarantee smoke-free exhaust even during heavy burnout cycles. Engineering documentation is provided for simple air quality permit application. The standard wax burnout furnace was introduced to the investment casting industry in 1979, and even today remains one of the best values in the Pacific Kiln lineup. This furnace is designed for up to 2,000 degree Fahrenheit operation and comes standard with a 100% flame-safe power burner system, air-operated door, and complete control panel. A full array of options are available to allow you to match this furnace to the exact task your process requires. Afterburner, programmable temperature control, temperature recording, safety fuel train, and a variety of standard sizes are just some of the options which can make you as technically capable as you need to be. In the mid-1980s, finer casting sections and new alloys required higher temperature preheat and a more oxygenated atmosphere, and Pacific Kiln responded with the new generation wax burnout furnace. This furnace includes heavier framework, thicker, higher temperature insulation, higher velocity, fully modulated burners, programmable temperature control, air-operated door, and high-capacity afterburner. These are all standard features that let the state-of-the-art workhorse operate effortlessly at up to 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit and 10% oxygen atmosphere. You'll never have cleaner, more evenly heated shells. A variety of options, including temperature recording, oxygen analysis and readout, safety fuel trains, and a large selection of load sizes, make the new generation wax burnout furnace the right choice for the most sophisticated applications. Pacific Kiln can custom design a new generation furnace system to meet your specific production needs. Their years of experience in working closely with their customers have yielded many furnace variations that can save time, space, energy, and purchase cost. Let's take a look at a couple of examples of how Pacific Kiln has satisfied their customers with custom furnace design. Dolphin Incorporated, maker of Ping golf clubs in Phoenix, Arizona, wanted to conserve floor space in their foundry without sacrificing load capacity. By combining two batch furnaces into one double-door unit, they realized a 25% floor space savings, as well as less initial purchase cost. They currently have 11 of these burnout preheat furnaces in operation in both their golf and commercial foundries. This furnace can also be designed with the doors on each end, and each load area can be independently temperature controlled. Another popular furnace design is the pusher. In this design, the shells are set on refractory slabs and pushed into the hot furnace. As the shells travel through the furnace by being pushed by subsequent loads, they burn out and preheat for pouring. When the first shells reach the exit end, they're manually pulled for pouring. When all of the shells on that slab have been poured, the slab is removed to allow for another push. In this furnace, Amcast Aerospace Products wanted two independent temperature zones so they could enter the shell at one temperature and pour them at the other end at another temperature. The advantages of the pusher furnace design are continuous feed of shells to coordinate with melting times. Each mold gets the identical treatment, which is essential to repeatability. Multi-zone temperature control allows the shell to go through a programmed temperature cycle. Energy savings are realized because the furnace is holding at one temperature and not cycling into high fire as often. The pusher furnace concept can be designed as long and wide and with as many zones as the customer production requires. In early 1994, Pacific Kiln introduced the flash-fire dewax system. This revolutionary new process has been accepted throughout the investment casting industry as a legitimate new production method of dewax, and the advantages over traditional methods are extraordinary. The shell is dewaxed, burned out, and cleaned in the same process cycle. All the shells in the load enter the furnace at the same time and receive the same repeatable treatment. The wax is drained out of the system and recovered without the use of water. The wax is virtually reusable without costly reclamation. The automated system is operator safe. The afterburner assures clean exhaust. And the system is energy efficient because it's a continuous process. Once again, Pacific Kiln works closely with their customers to design the flash-fire dewax system to meet their specific requirements. For limited production or even research applications, a simple single load bed design may be adequate. The load bed can be designed to accommodate as many molds as necessary. When the shells are loaded onto the drain cups, the operator starts the process control sequence, which automatically enters the molds into the furnace. The heat rapidly penetrates through the shell to melt the wax, which drains through the hearth and out of the system. The shells complete burnout and may then be either removed and reheated or poured directly from the furnace. The flash-fire dewax system is then ready to be loaded with another batch. Typical cycle time is about 20 minutes. As production requirements increase, the flash-fire dewax system is easily expanded. Shown here is a double load bed, double door model, which allows the operator to unload and reload one bed while the other load bed is processing inside. This time-saving design is preferred by the high production foundry that must process large quantities of molds day in and day out. And remember, all flash-fire dewax systems are designed around Pacific Kiln's new generation furnace specification, which assures you of a system that is built to withstand years of foundry operation while up to the minute in component technology. For exceptionally large foundry operations that require continuous mold processing, Pacific Kiln engineered a continuous flash-fire dewax casting furnace for Dolphin that would keep up with their rapidly expanding golf club business. This system was designed to flash-fire dewax, burn out, and preheat the shell for pouring in one pass through the furnace. This 4-temperature zone furnace holds 8 cars, each containing 12 molds. A car can be pushed in every 12 minutes. Theoretically, this furnace can process molds for 17,000 golf club heads per day. This totally automated system begins with a car in the load station. When the molds have been set in the drain cups and all of the shells on the last car have been poured, the operator activates the process control system. The loading car transfers to the enter position. The doors of the furnace open. The load car is pushed into the furnace where the flash-fire dewax takes place. The empty car at the other end is extracted from the furnace. The furnace doors close. Shells may now be pulled and poured from a manually operated side door while the dewax continues on the molds just entered. The car, which was just extracted, transfers to the return track. It is then pushed on to the return track. A car is extracted from the other end of the return track and transferred to the load station to be loaded for the next cycle. As previously mentioned, this furnace has 4 independently controlled temperature zones, 2 cars per zone. It's possible to flash fire at a lower temperature and ramp up through the zones to a higher temperature at the other end for pouring. Of course, there's an afterburner which assures clean air exhaust from the flash fire and burnout zones. All zone temperatures, as well as afterburner and atmosphere oxygen, are documented on a multi-station recorder for evaluation and reference. In 2001, Pacific Kiln introduced the standard flash-fired dewax system. While offering the same patented features of the original flash-fired dewax system, cost was dramatically reduced by manually pushing the car into the furnace and constructing the furnace to the standard burnout furnace specification. All of the original safety features are still in place, so that operation is still as simple as placing the molds on the drain cups, pushing a button to open the door and start the inert gas cycle, and pushing the car into the furnace, which automatically closes the door. To remove the load, merely push the button to open the door, pull the car out of the furnace, and the door automatically closes. All of the patented advantages of the flash-fired dewax system are still intact, including dewax and burnout in one 20-minute cycle. Minimum 80% of the wax is recovered without moisture for reuse. Less shell cracking since the wax melts away before it can expand. Operator safety. Pollution-free, as the smoke is consumed in the afterburner before leaving the system. The standard furnace specification includes 100% flame-safe power burner system, automatic set-point temperature control, temperature range to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and a guaranteed compliant afterburner system. The standard flash-fired dewax system is available in limited sizes that are just right for the small to medium investment casting foundry operation. Pacific Kiln would like to thank you for considering their furnace products for your future plans. They believe there is no better built furnace or better selection available to the investment casting industry. Their many fine customers call on Pacific Kiln time and again for their dewax, burnout, and preheat needs. We hope that when you have new furnace requirements, you'll give Pacific Kiln the opportunity to show you how to maximize your dewax, burnout, and preheat productivity.